another presentation position, and they looked scared to death because they thought I was coming to them, and they're not quite ready. But it's so good to see your faces. Usually we've been in here by ourselves, and so to see people, I'm so excited, but I just terrified them, so I hope they come back. But this is the Doughlicious. This is the Express Double Donut Baker. This makes big old 4-inch donuts, or whatever you want to bake on the inside. It's 750 total watts of power, so you can make your treats, or you can make them more toward the smart choices if you would like to. But it heats on the top and the bottom, and it's $18.98. So again, Prepology giving us permission to play with our food. This is the eggshell. We have 550 remaining in the eggshell, and this is the cracked pepper. We have 350 remaining there, and that is it. There are a little over 900 left right now, but grab it on $3.80 because this is one of those small appliances that in July, Consumer Reports said that QVC is a top-rated place to get your small appliances. This one is super fun, and you're not breaking the bank to get it home. It's $18.98. And Susie Hassan is going to come on in and talk to us about all the delicious treats she's made. Girl, you made me just single-handedly fall in love with red velvet again.
Okay, can I tell you, there's nothing like a red velvet donut, okay?
Oof.
Have you ever had one?
No.
I never had one until I actually made my own. Now with this, you can get creative. You can make whatever type of donut you would like. I've got a chocolate donut in here that I'm gonna pull out here. Hang on one second. Again, it's still very warm, but look at how perfect that is. Look at that perfect circle. Look at how perfectly baked that is. This machine will give you perfectly baked donuts in 5 minutes, no matter what the batter. You're gonna get a recipe book that comes with it as well. So if you want a more traditional donut, you can do that. If you want something quick, just use one of those mixes. A cake mix, blueberry muffin mix is beautiful as well. You can do an apple crumb donut if you want. I did red velvet, and I did red velvet and chocolate, and I also did pink. So this is a strawberry cake mix. How cute is that? Because we have Valentine's Day coming up, and so I did these really cute, this is a pink one, a really cute, Valentine's Day donuts in place of all the, the cupcakes that we make.
I know you're the pizza queen, but you might be the donut princess. I don't know. Those are so cute.
Did I mention I wrote a children's book called Little Angry
Yes,
Donuts? So I love donuts. I love donuts. I can eat more than I'm willing to say on camera at this moment. But let me just tell you, I love a good coffee and a something. I need coffee and a something.
Just a little.
And so yeah, I need some morsels. Okay, so this is gonna do that. I'm gonna cut this in half. Okay, just to show you the inside as well. Here's the inside of that donut too.
Oh, let's take a look. Okay.
Look at how perfectly cooked that is. Perfectly baked.
Now, see,
right?
I'm starting to clearly I live in a perpetual state of hungry. Like I could, even if I've just gotten up from a table in a restaurant and you walked up to me and you're like, hey, Mary, do you want to go get cookies? The answer is a solid yes, because I've always got room. And so think about it. You can make 2 at a time. You can make 1 at a time. You can make a batch of them at a time. But if you want to make smarter choices, and maybe you want to use an almond flour, or maybe you want to go a little lower sugar, you have full control of what goes into your donut because you're making them yourself at home.
Well, that's absolutely it. I mean, there's a lot of times you go get a donut and usually they're deep fried. Right. They're deep fried, or they've got a lot of oil. Here, you're in control. So you decide what goes in. Again, you're going to get a recipe book. So you want that old-fashioned donut, you're going to get the recipe for that. Recipe for glazes. If you don't want to worry about the baking soda and all that, just use your favorite mix. Make it in here. They're all going to come out beautifully and perfect and in their shape. And they're going to be easy. 5 minutes is all it takes. It's non-stick, so you just wipe it right down. And this is one of those things where, again, you can make them and save them. So make a couple at a time, save them in the freezer. So when you want that quick blueberry muffin on the go, because I find that blueberry muffins in the car, especially, they're really crummy, and they they get everywhere out of the wrapper and everything like that. But if you make it where it's really easy and handheld, you can take it out the door without it, crumpling and getting all over the plate.
What do these little lights do on the top, Susie?
So that's the regulation. It's going to turn on and off on its own. So when you're going to notice, The way to turn this on is just by plugging it in.
Okay.
There is no on-off switch. When you plug it in, it's on. So have your batter ready to go and have your spatula ready to go, because again, it's only going to take 5 minutes. When you pour your batter in, right, you're going to close it. You're going to see that light turn red, and then it will turn green and back to red. That's regulating the heat temperature inside.
Okay.
So after 5 minutes, go ahead, open it up, and you're going to see that it's perfectly baked. Now, if for some reason you want it baked a little bit more, just close it back down and bake a little bit more. And these will make 4-inch size donuts.
Now, could I put cornbread in there? Could I go savory if I wanted to?
Yes, absolutely. Any type of batter. So cornbread batter, all the way to the cake batters you can do. If you want to put eggs in here, you can. They're going to be a little soft and not as hard as like a donut, of course. But if you just want something for the fun shape, you can absolutely do that. You can do a pizza donut in here as well if you want to use pizza dough in there. Bake the dough. I would go bake the dough about like 4 minutes, then put the sauce and the cheese, and then close it back up for that last like minute and a half or so. And then you can do a pizza donut in there as well. So it can be really fun and really creative.
I love it. I'm just getting donut ideas. Oh my gosh. Ooh, wait a minute. Look at the homemade caramel donut.
Oh,
there are all kinds of recipes on it. Just go to Google and search homemade donut, and I tell you what, it's gonna apple cider donuts around our area.
I made that in here. I've made an apple cider donut in this. It turned out fantastic. And you know, the internet is nothing short of a perfect place to find all those great recipes. And especially for donuts, you always think a donut is something you have to go out and buy. How do you make a donut? You know, how do you, especially even the shape, how do you put it in that shape? With this maker, you can do it yourself. It's so fun. I never thought that you could until one of these came out. You know, right? How do you make these? But now you can.
What about a donut ice cream sandwich?
Whoa.
What?
Now you're taking it to, again, they're taking it to level.
Woo!
Now that would be so fun. I could definitely see doing that with the chocolate.
Let's go. Now, if you want, girl, I just shut it down. If you want the cracked pepper, that's this one. If you want the cracked pepper, we have fewer than 200 remaining. If you want the eggshell, there's fewer than 400 remaining. This one's going quickly. It is $18.98. As a matter of fact, how many do we have left in total? Fewer than 600 remaining now. So grab this sale price while we've got it. And we have 5 easy payments of $3.80. Susie, thank you for the tour of donut extravaganza. Will you please come back and hang out with us again?
I have one more thing.
Yay! Thank you, my friend. We'll see you shortly. Oh man, I would wreck one of those donuts.